Matthew Perry's tributes. Friends co stars and more react to his tragic death. The actor's friends and former co stars released heartfelt messages after his sudden death of apparent drowning. Gone but not forgotten. Matthew Perry's friends and former co stars released heartfelt messages about the actor after his tragic death at age 54 on October 28th. The actor was reportedly found dead in a jacuzzi at his Los Angeles area home after his assistant returned from running an errand, according to TMZ. Law enforcement sources believe the actor drowned. Perry is best known for his role as Chandler Bing on Friends, which ran from 1994 to 2004. The ensemble cast, which included Courtney Cox, Jennifer Aniston, Lisa Kudrow, David Schwimmer, and Matt LeBlanc, was one of the biggest shows of the decade, even earning Perry an Emmy nomination in 2002. When the audition for Friends popped up, Perry was signed onto a different show. Luckily, things fell through and he was able to land the role of a lifetime. It was as if someone had followed me around for a year, stealing my jokes, copying my mannerisms, photocopying my world weary yet witty view of life. He wrote in his 2022 memoir, Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. It wasn't that I thought I could play Chandler, I was Chandler. While he found success on screen, Perry's real life was filled with ups and downs as he battled addiction. The actor said in his book that he spent more than $9 million in his lifetime in an effort to get sober, explaining, I've been in a mental institution, gone to therapy twice a week for 30 years, been to death's door. However, at the time of his book's release, the Massachusetts native was sober and dedicated his life to helping others battle addiction. The best thing about me, bar none, is that if somebody comes to me and says, I can't stop drinking, can you help me? I can say yes and follow up and do it, Perry said during a podcast interview with Tom Power in 2022. When I die, I want that to be the first thing that's mentioned, and I'm gonna live the rest of my life proving that. Okay, let's go for the tributes of his former co stars and friends. Kate Hudson, the almost famous actress, shared a photo of herself laughing at one of Matthew's jokes on her Instagram story on Monday, October 30. We played tennis and played more tennis, talked endlessly about trials and tribulations of love, and then would talk some more as we would laugh our asses off and then laugh some more, she wrote. As you can see, to know him was to adore him. We love you, Matthew. Salma Hayek. Salma took to Instagram to pen a thoughtful tribute to her former film co stars. 2 days ago, I woke up to the shocking news that Matthew Perry is no longer with us. Salma wrote via Instagram, It's taken me a couple of days to process this profound sadness. There's a special bond that happens when you share dreams with someone and together you work towards them. I was very moved last year when Matthew shared on his Instagram stories how much he loved Fools Rush In and how he thought that the film we did together was probably his best movie. Throughout the years, he and I found ourselves reminiscing about the meaningful time in our lives with a deep sense of nostalgia and gratitude. My friend, you're gone much too soon, but I will continue to cherish your silliness, your perseverance, and your lovely heart. Farewell, sweet Matthew, we will never forget you. Adele. Adele took time out of her Las Vegas residency concert to honor Matthew on Saturday, October 28th. She spoke about how much the character Chandler meant to her. As she spoke about Perry's courage, he was so open with his struggles with addiction and sobriety, which I think is incredibly brave. She said in footage shared on social media, I love what he did for us. Christina Ricci. The Addams Family alum Christina Ricci revealed that though she never met Perry, she was still a major Friends fan, and Chandler was her favorite character. I burst into tears when I read the news today. I never met Matthew Perry, but I loved him. Friends saved me numerous times during hard and lonely times in my life. She wrote on Instagram, I watched all his movies. He was a genius. She also spoke about Matthew's battles with addiction and how inspiring his book was. I'm heartbroken this man suffered so much in life while giving us so much of himself. May he finally rest in peace. Charlie Puth was another celebrity fan who paid tribute to Matthew at one of his concerts. During his Melbourne show, he played I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts, which was the theme song for Friends, and the crowd sang along as shown in a fan shot TikTok. Rumor Willis, the daughter of Bruce Willis, who starred with Perry in The Hole's 9 Yards, recounted a loving memory of Perry via her Instagram story. When I was a kid and I was on set while he and my dad were doing Hole 9 and Hole 10 yards, he was so kind and funny and sweet with my sisters and me, and I think his physical comedy and that movie still makes me laugh so much. She wrote, I know he had many challenges in his life and brought a lot of joy to people with his comedy. I hope he can rest peacefully. Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, who went to school with Perry in Ottawa, Canada, called his death shocking and saddening. I'll never forget the schoolyard games we used to play, and I know people around the world are never gonna forget the joy he brought them. He continued on X, thanks for all the laughs, Matthew. You were loved and you will be missed.